So some time ago, I unboxed and did an initial thoughts video on the new Cartier Tank Francaise Automatic. It was a great looking watch and looked just right on my thinnish 6-inch wrists. Pardon the peeling skin. The short lug-to-lug measurements on the watch also meant that it had great potential as a unisex timepiece. And this is what today's video is about. I provided complete, exact measurements and a whole slew of other details in my Cartier Tank Francaise Automatic unboxing video. Give it a watch if you haven't already. I'll leave a link in the description below. Anyway, since the watch case itself was sized conservatively, my wife wanted to wear the Tank Francaise Automatic too. I tried resizing the watch and removing all the extra links I can, hoping that it'll work for her barely 5-inch wrists. Despite doing so, the bracelet remained a little too loose for her. The way the end links were structured also made them push the bracelet out beyond her wrists before the other links could fold back in. Great news for me, seeing how I can keep the bracelet sized for my wrists all the time. Not so great news for her though. With the factory bracelet out of the picture, I figured that the only thing that would work for the both of us was to have a family of leather straps with quick release pins. Such a setup would allow us to quickly switch out longer straps for shorter ones and vice versa whenever either of us wants to wear the Tank Francaise Automatic. Having taken detailed measurements for my unboxing video, sketching the straps to pass on to my friend Paul of Paolo 18 Straps was a breeze. Lug width was specified at 22mm. Now, since Cartier has offered 18mm buckles in the past, I requested for the widths on the far side of the straps to be set so to allow us to use Cartier buckles should we choose to buy some down the road. The custom straps arrived today, so let's check them out. Of the 3 straps that arrived today, 2 are for my wife and 1 is for me, granting me the license to order more straps for myself by default. All 3 sets have quick release pins to make it convenient for us to share the watch. Blue epi was my leather of choice, and I kept it simple by having tone stitching and black waxing on the edges. It was a tough decision between epi and Saffiano leather, but I figured I'd save the Saffiano strap for another piece and day. As mentioned earlier, I have 6-inch wrists. I asked for the long side to be 105mm and for the short size to be 80mm long. Now, 80mm may sound weird to you. It's even longer than the short side of regular straps. That's because my wrists are almost triangular in profile. This length also helps me avoid hitting the palm rest of my laptops when I work with the watch on. Right, now on to the 2 other straps. My wife chose to go traditional with 1 strap and a little more casual on the other. For the former, we have black lizard here. For the latter, we have this dark green ostrich leg that actually turned out better than I thought it would. Just like my blue epi strap, both sets have tone stitching and black waxing. To suit her 5-inch wrists, I asked for the long side to be 95mm and for the short side to be 55mm long. Did I get it right? We'll find out in a bit, but we'll have to remove the bracelet first. Now, to remove the bracelet easily, we'll have to unscrew one of the pins first. This would allow us to easily access the spring bars on both sides of the watch. I'd also like to point out that it looks like a pretty tight fit over here, so my usual spring bar tool would probably not work. We'll have to resort to some sort of screwdriver or something. So let's remove the pin first. And while you unscrew this, you'd want to have one of your fingers supporting the bottom of the screwdriver. This prevents scratches in case the screwdriver slips out. There you go. Pull it out. And release. Fortunately, this style of spring bar tool looks like it'll work, so let's try it out. So you'd want to set it to the proper width first using this screw, so that it never goes wider than the holes on your bracelet. See that? And try to catch it on one of the spring bars. And once you get here, you just slowly wiggle it out. There you go. Let's do it on the other side. The spring bars on the Tank Francaise factory bracelet look pretty stout and specially made just for it. So you'd want to store this in a safe area to avoid losing it. Let's put it back in the bracelet here before storing it. Now for the moment of truth. Did I get it right? And it's in. Let's do the other side. So you'd want to get part of the strap in first before dealing with the quick release pin. Once it's in there, you see there's some space here. That means the spring bar hasn't caught onto the lug hole yet, so you want to turn this a little and just help it find its way home. There you go. See that? It's all the way there now. And voila. I have the blue epi strap on right now, and I'd say things turned out just as I expected. The pattern looks interesting enough without being too distracting. The blue color on the strap matches the blued hands pretty perfectly as well. The weird 80mm length on the 12 o'clock side of the straps was just right to put this buckle in the middle of my wrist. Unfortunately, this also means that I still hit my laptop palm rest when I use it with this timepiece on. The 4mm thickness I specified for the watch side of the straps was perfect in making the straps look like they flow straight out of the watch case. Now I'm actually not surprised that I got things right here since I've ordered custom straps in the past. What I'm actually curious about is whether or not I got my wife's dimensions right, so let's find out. Here's what it looks like on the green ostrich leg strap. Now let's try it on her wrist. Well, it looks like I've underestimated my wife's wrist here. The 55mm 12 o'clock pieces ended up a little short, barely making it past the first keeper when worn on her wrist. Fortunately, she didn't mind this too much. Here's how the Tank Francaise looks with the green ostrich leg strap installed. Like I said earlier, this really turned out better than I expected. And here's how it looks with the black lizard strap installed. Pure class. Despite the formal look, this combo also worked great with a casual shirt and jeans pairing. Whichever strap we installed, the square look of the Tank Francaise helped draw out a little of its ancestor, the Tank Normal's vibe. All in all, my wife and I were just happy to have an easy way to share the Tank Francaise between ourselves. So there you have it. Custom straps are a cheap and easy way to change up the look of your Tank Francaise Automatic and share it with your significant other. If you want to see more of these, please hit like on this video and subscribe to my channel. I promise not to spam your feed with clickbaity thumbnails and the like. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.